Going back to ABCs for Future Millionaires, what does the letter E, what does the letter E stand for?
Economy.
Economy. RJ, what does E stand for?
Economy.
Economy. Perfect. And might as well talk about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that video is making my day. That right there, that's financial and literacy expert Ross Mack, who believes it's never too early to talk money with your kids. His new book, ABCs for Future Millionaires, is a fun, educational guide aiming to help young readers develop a better understanding from A to Z. And Chicago native Ross Mack joins us now live in studio. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
So, okay, so your videos are adorable. So is this book, ABCs for Future Millionaires. You've got quite the extensive resume, though. You know, you're a dad of 3, but you also worked on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the decision, how we got to this book, and wanting to teach kids about financial literacy.
Yeah, so quite early on in my career, I realized that exposure is the greatest teacher. And one of the things I wanted to do was expose the people that look like me, who come from where I come from, to these new rooms that I was exposed to, right? I think I was learning things through osmosis, right? I went to a great school. However, there was a lot of things I didn't know. I didn't know how much money I should be contributing to my 401k.
Sure.
I didn't know anything about taxes. I didn't know about, different ways of investing or, how to have an LLC, et cetera. So I said, how do I bring Wall Street to Main Street? Because I think there's such a disconnect when it comes to the wealth gap in this country. So I wanted to find a way to actually bridge the information gap. So I started this company called Mackonomics, where I literally make very quick videos, tutorials on teaching you things such as whether it's credit cards or how to improve your credit, how to buy a house, how to invest, et cetera. And
teaching it to kids. They're receptive to all of this,
Absolutely. Right.
What can parents do if they're watching this? What are some things that they can do with their kids to bring them into financial literacy?
Well, I think, as a parent, one of the greatest testaments is giving our kids the opportunities we didn't have. And I also think we need to teach them the things we didn't know. How often do we say, oh, man, I wish I knew that when I was younger, right? So now it's about you're living in that purpose. Let's actually teach them. So I love teaching my kids the value of a dollar. Right. Once again, they're 3, 2, 1, so it's pretty early. However, they need to know this is how much this actually costs when we're going grocery shopping, because quite often the kids saying, I want this, I want that. Another thing I love teaching them is how to save, right? I love piggy banks for that reason, because the kid has to actually see what's happening with their money. But also I love teaching them investing, right? I think quite so often in society we're taught to be consumers and not necessarily owners. And so when my kids are watching Gracie's Corner, right? Or they're watching something on YouTube. I'm trying to think of this other young lady. But nonetheless, hey, guess what? You own this, right? You own this because you own Google, which owns YouTube. If we're watching something on their tablet, it's an Amazon Kindle. You own Amazon. If it's Nike, this, that. And so I love talking about things and what they actually own as well.
And it's always so important, too. I think a lot of people think, oh, they're just kids, they can't get it. Kids are so much smarter than we give them credit for. And having these conversations at a young age, incredibly important, too.
Yeah.
This book is awesome, ABCs for Future Millionaires. As we look through it, it's got A is for assets, B is for bank, C is for credit card. Important conversations. Start young. Why not?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.